When the shuttle doors opened, the whole courtroom fell silent. The alien woman walked out with her wrists locked in glowing blue cuffs, her head held high even though she was surrounded by guards. She looked almost human in shape, 2 arms, 2 legs, a face, but her skin shimmered like moonlit silver, and her eyes were a deep violet that never blinked unless she wanted them to. Everyone around whispered only one word about her: Widow. Her real name was Saris Vale, heir to a fallen warrior house from the planet Thurun. But after the battle that destroyed her squad, after she survived when everyone else died, other aliens began calling her the Widow, a cursed title. They said everyone close to her met a dark end. Today, she stood in a human space court, charged with assaulting a high-ranking diplomat in a violent outburst. She did not defend herself. She only stared straight ahead, calm but cold. At the very back of the courtroom, watching everything with confusion, stood Evan Hale, a 23-year-old maintenance worker from Earth. He had been told only one thing: stay after your shift. You've been assigned to something unusual. He thought maybe it was extra cleaning, maybe a broken vent. He did not expect this. The judge, an older woman with metal implants around one eye, raised her hand. Saris Vale, after your actions during the treaty negotiations, you will not be imprisoned. Instead, you will be placed into behavioral rehabilitation custody. A murmur rolled through the room. And your chosen custodian, the judge continued, is... She looked at her tablet. Evan Hale of Earth. Evan choked on nothing. Me? The guards turned toward him. The crowd stared. Saris finally looked at him for the first time. Her eyes were sharp enough to cut through steel. The judge spoke firmly. You, Evan Hale, will be her caretaker and partner in corrective conduct. She will live with you, follow your rules, and remain within your supervision. If she disobeys, you both face consequences. Evan's heart almost leaped out of his chest. I don't even know her. That, the judge said, is why this arrangement may succeed. The glowing cuffs released from Saris's wrists and floated upward, forming a small hovering device. A thin blue tether of light stretched from the device and latched onto Evan's wrist like a soft bracelet. A binding tether, a symbol of shared responsibility. Saris looked at it with a rigid jaw. To be chained to a human, she whispered, you have insulted me deeper than exile. Evan swallowed. This isn't my idea. The judge struck her gavel. Bond initiated. Case concluded. And just like that, Saris Vale, the alien widow feared across sectors, was chained to a young human who had never even left low orbit, beginning a reluctant bond. The walk to Evan's small living quarters inside the orbital station was painfully silent. Saris followed him like a shadow, her steps graceful but tense. Look, Evan said gently, I don't know why they picked me, but I'm not planning to hurt you. Just stay with me until they lift this bond. Saris stared at one of the passing windows, watching the starfield drift by. In my culture, she said, to be bound is not punishment. It is humiliation. Well, Evan said with an awkward laugh, humiliation aside, welcome home? His room was tiny. A bed, a desk, stacked toolboxes, and one window showing the swirling blue of Earth below. Saris scanned the space, her expression unreadable. This is where you sleep? She asked. Yeah, it's not much. It is smaller than my training closet. I figured. She stood in the middle of the room, unsure what to touch or where to sit. As Evan set down his tools, she watched him with slow, analyzing eyes. You are not a warrior, she finally said. You are not ranked. You hold no titles. Why would they chain me to you? Evan shrugged. I fix pipes and faulty gravity panels. Maybe they thought someone normal would be less threatening to you. Saris let out a low exhale. I do not need threat. I need freedom. He sat at the edge of his bed. I know. But until this is over, you're stuck with me. If you follow the rules, we'll get through it. Saris lowered her gaze. I follow no one's rules. Then both of us get in trouble. She looked at him again, really looked at him, and something in her expression softened, barely visible but there. You fear the consequences, she said. Who wouldn't? She tilted her head. Then perhaps, she whispered, I should not make your life harder. For the first time, Evan felt a tiny flicker of understanding forming between them. Middle. Trust in small steps. Days passed, then a week. Life with Saris was strange, unpredictable, but slowly settling. At first, she refused to eat human food. Then she discovered she liked warm broth. She hated silence, so Evan played soft earth music for her. She disliked beds, so she slept sitting, back straight, like a guard on duty. But little things began to change. She helped Evan fix a broken coolant pipe by simply touching it and reading temperature shifts with her skin. She stopped flinching at loud station alarms. She stopped glaring at every passerby. One night, while Evan repaired a loose vent panel, Sarah sat beside him on the floor, her eyes tracing the movements of his hands. You work with patience, she said. You do not rush. You do not fear mistakes. I've made plenty already, he joked. She studied him carefully. Humans are fragile, she said, but you act with quiet strength. Evan blushed. Is that a compliment? She frowned at the word, as if unused to it. Perhaps. They shared small moments like that, slow and gentle. But not everything was peaceful. Saris had sudden flashes where her warrior instincts took over, especially when someone approached Evan too quickly. Once, a station officer tried to check the tether device on Evan's wrist. Saris immediately stepped forward, her hand glowing, ready to strike. Saris, stop. Evan shouted, grabbing her arm. She froze. Her breath quickened. Her eyes went sharp with the same darkness people feared in her. I did not mean, she whispered. It's okay, Evan said gently. Nobody's hurt. But I almost harmed someone because they touched your arm. You were protecting me? Her expression tightened. I do not know why. It is instinct. When someone moves near you, something inside me reacts. Evan smiled softly. Maybe that's not a bad thing. Saris turned away, almost embarrassed. Do not make light of it. But he saw something in her, conflict, fear, and maybe, deep underneath everything, a desire for connection she didn't know how to express. A shift in their bond. One evening, there was a sudden station-wide alert. A transport module malfunctioned, trapping workers inside. Evan grabbed his tools and rushed toward the maintenance deck, not realizing Saris followed him automatically because of the tether. The emergency gravity was flickering, panels sparking. Smoke filled the corridor. Evan dropped to his knees beside the sealed hatch. I need to override this manually. Saris looked at the glowing panels. This structure is unstable. You go inside. You may not return. I have to, Evan said. There are people stuck. She stared at him, long deep. Humans, she whispered, always moving toward danger. And you don't. I move toward battle, not rescuing. He placed a hand on her arm. Then today, try my way. Trust me. Saris didn't answer, but she stepped forward, placing both her hands on the hatch. Her skin glowed, reading pressure lines through the metal. 3 locking bars, she said. Weak point here. Evan cut through the spot she indicated. Together, they forced the hatch open. Workers stumbled out coughing, thanking them. Evan waved them toward safety before turning to Saris. You saved them, he told her. Saris looked at her hands like she didn't recognize them.
No.
We saved them. Then something unexpected happened. She smiled. Not wide.
Not bright.
But real. And Evan realized how beautiful and gentle she looked without her usual walls. When danger came for them, their peace didn't last long. A group of the Run extremists, former warriors who believed Saris had dishonored her house, arrived secretly on the station. They wanted to take her back by force or end her life for good. Evan was returning to his room when 3 armored aliens blocked the corridor. Their helmets bore the mark of Saris's old battalion. Human, the leader said, voice cold. Release the widow to us. Evan's pulse quickened.
No.
She does not belong with your kind. I don't care. She's under my protection. The alien laughed. You? A maintenance worker? Just then, Saris stepped from the shadows behind Evan, her presence sharp as a blade. I belong where I choose, she said. You have chosen shame, the leader hissed. You walk with a human. You protect him. Saris moved closer to Evan, standing slightly in front of him. He is under my care. The alien spat. Then you will fall with him. He lunged. Everything happened fast, Saris blocking the strike, Evan pulling her back from a stun blade, sparks flying as the corridor lights flickered. One attacker swung at Evan, but Saris grabbed the alien's arm mid-strike and twisted until the weapon clattered away. You attack the one I guard, she growled. You answer to me. She fought like a storm, every movement precise. Even chained by the tether, she shielded Evan with her own body more than once. When the fight ended, the attackers lay disarmed and restrained. Security soon arrived. Saris stood breathing hard, her silver skin glowing faintly. Evan touched her arm gently. You saved me. She turned toward him slowly. No, she said softly. You saved me. You gave me a place to stand without fear. Her hand trembled as she reached for his. For the first time since my squad died, she whispered, I feel anchored. And I'm glad you chose me, Evan replied, ending the bond that remained. After the attack, the station court reviewed everything. They saw how Saris had changed. They saw how Evan treated her with kindness instead of fear. During the final hearing, the judge announced, Saris Vale, your rehabilitation has succeeded. The tether bond is lifted. You are free. The glowing tether between them dissolved into light. Evan stepped back, giving her space. You're free to go, he said softly. Go wherever you want. Saris didn't move. You wish me to leave? She asked, her voice suddenly unsure.
No.
I mean, you can decide now. You're not forced to stay with me. Saris took a slow step forward. For many cycles, she whispered, I walked alone. But with you, my steps are steady. My thoughts quiet. My heart. She touched her chest. No longer heavy. She looked up at him, eyes soft with something like hope. Evan Hale, she said, I choose to remain with you. Not by order, not by chain, but because you are my refuge. Evan's smile warmed her like sunlight through metal walls. Then stay, he said. Stay as long as you want. Saris stood beside him, her silver skin glowing gently in the courtroom light. The widow, feared, judged, and punished, had found peace not in glory or battle, but in the quiet loyalty of a human who treated her with kindness. And in that choice, she found something greater than freedom. She found home,